What if the way you discover news on your phone, the very feed you scroll, completely transforms? Google is quietly making a monumental shift in how you consume information, and it might just rewrite the rules of digital news. For so many of us, Google Discover serves as that essential daily briefing, a stream of headlines and snippets perfectly tailored to our interests. It is where we catch up on breaking tech, sports scores, or that niche hobby we obsess over. But imagine if those snappy headlines and enticing images vanished. Google is testing a radical change. They want to replace those familiar news teasers with something far more substantial. Full, AI-generated text blocks that summarize entire topics. Think of it like Google turning your quick headlines into mini articles right there in your feed, almost like a micro-magazine curated just for you. On the surface, this sounds incredibly convenient. You get more complete information without needing to click through to an external website. It promises a smoother, more integrated reading experience directly within Discover. But, as you can probably guess, there is a catch. With these extensive text modules now dominating your feed, scrolling becomes a much lengthier affair, and the traditional quick glance evolves into a more immersive, and perhaps more time-consuming, reading session. This bold move, currently in limited testing, raises a lot of questions, especially for the publishers and web operators who rely on Google Discover for traffic. Critics are already voicing their concerns. We have seen this play out before with AI overviews in Google's main search results. When users find comprehensive answers directly on Google, their need to click on original sources diminishes. If that trend extends to Discover, it could significantly impact the click-through rates for news sites and blogs, the very platforms creating the content Google's AI is summarizing. It is a tricky balance, offering convenience to users while not undercutting the creators. Essentially, Google is redefining Discover's role. It is transforming from a dynamic news preview surface into what feels like an independent reading platform. This means the feed becomes much more text-heavy, moving away from quick glances towards deeper in-app consumption. Google plans to roll this out globally, possibly even later this year. So, the Discover experience you know today might look very different tomorrow. Is this a step forward for user convenience, or a giant leap backward for the open web and the content creators who fuel it? It is a fundamental question about how we interact with information in the AI age. We would love to hear your thoughts on this. You can always share your take with us on social media, and make sure to subscribe so you do not miss our next deep dive into the tech world.